Hi, my name is Allison, and I'm an American who moved to Paris about 9 months ago. Everything about this city still feels new and exciting to me, and as we step into 2025, I want to make more of an effort to document my time here. This being my first winter and holiday season in Paris, I put together a glimpse of some of my favorite moments from the past couple of months. From the most magical snowy morning to baking with a French grandma and soaking up all things Christmas related. As they say, it's the most wonderful time of year, and I can't wait to show you why Paris makes it extra special. As you can see, it is snowing in Paris right now, like a lot, big thick flakes, and this is my dream because I heard that it doesn't snow often in Paris, so the fact that I'm getting this in November makes me really happy. And right now I'm at Montmartre because it's a very historical, beautiful Parisian looking neighborhood with narrow streets and beautiful architecture, so I think it'll be perfect for the vibes. Oh, it's starting to stick up here. I didn't think it was going to, but it might just be high enough now that we're up on the hill. Oh, the bus is going by. It's nice that the buses and metro are still running because I heard that sometimes if like the snow sticks, that the city will just completely shut down and yeah, you aren't going anywhere. But so far, things are still running. I love how few tourists there are right now. I mean, there's quite a few by the Basilica, but once you walk a few streets away, there's hardly anyone out. Maybe because of the weather, maybe because it's November and it's just a low season, but it's lovely. I am really enjoying this little winter walk. And this is a famous street here that's known for just having these beautiful buildings people actually live in, but they're kind of the more older style that haven't been replaced by newer apartment buildings, so they have this charm that you don't always see throughout the rest of the city. I mean, Paris has its own charm for sure, but it's a different charm. Let's move inside now to a cozy rooftop apartment in the 6th arrondissement. I signed up for a baking class with a French grandma, partly to escape the cold, but also to learn how to make two traditional French baked goods, tarte tatin and madeleines. So we just finished making the base of our tarte tatin. It's a very difficult word for me. And now we're making caramel to go on top, or no, in the base.
Yeah,
It will pour over it.
Pour the caramel on top, then put the
dough
on top of it.
Okay, and we already made our dough.
Upside down, totally
Like an upside down cake.
If you put too much, it will escape,
Okay,
and you will feed your oven.
don't get too excited with the
No,
caramel.
don't get too excited. I did it because I love caramel. I said, this is really not too much, not enough. But no, if you put too much, it always escapes.
Putting our pies in the oven.
If some caramel goes away, there's always a little bit.
I totally,
You almost clumped your
I
head.
did. Oops.
Put it on top of it.
Plate on top. And then you just pinch the plate.
Yeah, press it
Okay.
and turn it quickly.
Bravo.
Actually, we haven't seen it yet. We don't know.
So, bing, 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 bing. Is there anybody home? Okay, and now we turn it. We just put that. Voila. And it goes along. Look at the beauty. Nobody saw it. There's a little bit. Don't look.
My first tarte tatin.
Never got
Look at that.
Oh, it's pretty. Yeah, I like it.
C'est très joli.
This is how you make an omelet, too? Well, I'm making omelets wrong.
You make it like this.
Yes. I'm eating mine.
I'm making this.
I'm gonna eat one more. And I'll take the rest.
Yeah. And you know, the king of Poland used to eat those in a glass of cognac. Really? And it's very good. I tried it. It's good.
Just steps away from the baking class is the newly reopened Notre-Dame Cathedral, which had previously been closed since the fire in 2019. If the line isn't too long, I recommend taking a look inside and then heading over to the left bank of the river. Here you'll find one of the cutest Christmas markets in Paris, Marché de Noël de Notre-Dame. I really like this one because it's really small. It's a very intimate, cutesy little Christmas market, unlike Jardin des Tuileries, which I may be taking you to later. But basically this one is just a small circle of vendors, and that's literally the whole thing. So I like it because you can just walk around in a circle and the booths are really cool. They sell some unique souvenirs and treats. One treat to look out for is a baguette raclette, and that is a holiday sandwich made with raclette cheese. It's really good. It kind of smells, so if you're like, oh, what does that smell? Just get it. I promise you it's good. So these cheeses here are the raclette cheese, and then she's heating them up under this furnace type of thing, and she'll scrape it onto the baguette. Vin chaud is another kind of holiday specialty that you'll find here in France, and it essentially just means hot wine or hot mulled wine with spices and things like that in it. It is very good. It's a very cozy, flavorful drink, and I like it. Well, look how cute this market is. You have the cathedral in the background, and then you can just walk around, get your food, get your wine, pick up some souvenirs. Back by the metro station, which you will likely get out of if you're going to Notre-Dame, there's a really cute market called Marché à fleurs, which basically just translates to flower market. But why I love it, especially right now, is because they have Christmas trees. And I had always wondered, like, where do Parisians get their Christmas trees? How much do they cost? All that kind of stuff. So here is a little glimpse into that. A lot of them are pretty small. This one is 45 euros. And then a bigger tree, this one is 150 euros. So I'm curious how that compares to the price of Christmas trees where you live. And you can walk through the market. It's really cute. Also a great place to buy some flowers or small souvenirs. And now I'm going to grab a bike because we are switching locations and I need to charge my camera. Meeting my friend Max here at the cafe so that I can have a coffee, get a view of the Eiffel Tower, and charge my GoPro. This is kind of one of my hidden spots in Paris. I have purposely not made any short form content about it. But since my YouTube channel is a little small, you guys get this. You get the extra hidden gems. This is my friend Max. I met him in New York at a co-living space. We were living together. This is actually my first time meeting up with him, which is crazy, by the way.
Yes, thanks.
We took us too long.
A year ago.
Printemps is famous for these windows for the holidays. They're called vitrines in French.
It's about the chocolates you had in the cafe.
Oh, Ferrero Rocher.
A big one just in front.
So if you want to escape the crowds in Paris, definitely come here. It's not crowded at all. Christmas! More info about Max. So we had a house of 24 roommates, and Max is like the cool, creative art dude. Very nice style, French dude. What else do you want to add in there?
The most cool guy on the earth, maybe?
The most cool guy on the earth. Okay, how would you describe me, Max?
The traveler.
The traveler. Ooh, okay, I'll take that.
It's a little easy, but it's true.
Okay,
Very
so that's
open-minded.
Very open-minded. Oh my gosh. I thought you can say bad things. It's okay. You can make fun of me.
I cannot.
You can.
Otherwise, I would have like a few followers against me.
Ooh, we're gonna have some hot cider. Max said that my French got better since he last saw me, so je voudrais du cidre chaud, s'il vous plaît. Santé. I said goodbye to Max. He is heading home for the night, but I want to show you one more place before calling it, and it is the street with the most beautiful Christmas lights decorations in Paris, in my opinion. Now this is the luxury shop DIOR. Apparently every year they do something different for Christmas. But this year it's kind of an Advent style calendar thing. And this entire street is lined in Christmas lights. So even just walking down this is beautiful. But then you have stores like DIOR just going the extra mile. It's amazing how much busier and crowded the city feels today now that Christmas is very close. I just had this idea that, oh, it's a Monday, you know, normal work as usual. No, people have started their holidays. They are here to see the sights. Oh, and on the way here, because I was cycling, I saw that the Grand Palais has like all these cool disco lights and stuff at nighttime. That is because they have the largest indoor ice rink in the world, and at nighttime it turns into this kind of, yeah, disco party type of thing. I haven't been inside, but I've been seeing videos all over TikTok and Instagram, and I need to book tickets. So seeing that today, how cool it was just from the outside, that was a reminder like, hey, book your tickets before it sells out. And with that, I think I'm going to go home and wrap up this vlog. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. This is what the Paris metro looks like 2 days before Christmas. All these people are waiting for the next train.